One giant spicy kimchi meatball. To prepare one giant spicy kimchi meatball, we need garlic, ginger, basil, tomato, portobello mushroom, Chinese chive, kimchi, and dried tofu. These are the main ingredients. And of course, we need ground beef and ground pork. I'm going to use 2 pieces of the Chinese chive. Before I cut it, trim off the tips. Most of the time the tips are dry, and discard them. This pack of tofu comes in with 2 large pieces. Because we need only a half tablespoon, so I'm going to cut a bit of it. This will be enough for half tablespoon. And the rest of it I can save it in the freezer for next use. Now I'm going to slice up this portobello. And slice up the tomato. I have kimchi here that I squeeze out the excessive moisture. And I'm going to use a small 3 pieces of it. And now I'm going to cut it up into small pieces. I have ground pork and ground beef here. So I'm now going to mix them together, and I'll add the ingredients to it. The Chinese chive, the dried tofu, and kimchi. And mix them together. And let's put this aside for later use. I'm going to mix them together. And here I have sugar and coarse sea salt. I'll put them in together here and mix in well. And here are the cornstarch, and mixed it in. Now I'm going to grate in some ginger. We just need a bit to taste. That would be enough. And I have a piece of garlic here. That, of course, I don't need the whole piece, just only a bit of it. So I'm going to press it down. Okay, I think this would be good enough. Oh well, let's give it a kick. Let's have it all in there. It's less than half a piece of the garlic. So we'll continue to mix it in well with all this ingredient. Now I'm going to drizzle some kimchi sauce over the meat. This will give it a nice spice to it. That would be enough. Now I'm going to press it down into one giant meatball. drizzle some olive oil over the pan and rub it on. And then I'll put the portobello over it. And I'm going to drizzle some more olive oil over the portobello mushroom. And I'm going to place this one giant spicy kimchi meatball. And we'll bake it for an hour and a half because this is truly one giant spicy meatball. Leave it in the mini toaster oven for an hour and a half. At 350. This is dragon fruit. It's firm to the touch. It has glossy surface with bright color. As the water is boiling, I'm going to drop the spaghetti in it. Now I'm going to cover it up with the lid. Turn off the heat and let it sit there for 5 minutes or until it's soft to your taste. Now I'm going to place the tomato in a bowl. And then I press some garlic into it. Just a little bit to taste. Now I'm going to leave it in the microwave for 30 seconds to soften out the tomato. Now I'm going to take it out and drizzle some olive oil over it. And I'm going to put it back in, this time for 50 seconds. After you drain off the spaghetti, toss it into this bowl along with the tomato as a sauce and mix it in together. And at the same time, drop in some butter and mix it in. This is your spaghetti sauce. Now I'm going to drop in 3 pieces of basil and quickly mix it in while it's still hot. I then quickly transfer it to a serving dish and place a few pieces of chunky cheese over it. I'll return it to the microwave to melt it. I prefer it half melt. One giant spicy kimchi meatball with dragon fruit. Before I have it, I like to squeeze some orange juice over the meatballs and the spaghetti. Now let's do it. This will add a zest to the flavor. Now let's give it a try. The meat is juicy, tender, and it has a combined flavor that gives it a particular taste. I really love it. Hope you enjoy it too. With love.